years ago at the age of 4, and it was a backyard barbecue accident. And when I was burned, he explained it so well. You know, you're like this, and so I have a lot of skin grafts. They rebuilt a finger and the ears, but I have a lot of problem with contractures still, the whole neck, the arms, and I've had the same sort of surgeries and had the same sort of patches put in. And then the bands that you don't see that go down your legs that make it, they're not visible, but they're attached to muscles and such, so it makes it hard to do certain things. Or, you know, to look up and do this, or, so the best massage, I haven't had a whole lot of massages, but the best thing I found was when they would get kind of like rough with this tissue area and really loosen it up. So that's what my back is as well. So when I was burned, I was wearing a little midriff top and a pair of shorts. So basically that's the only part that really didn't get severe burns. And same with the elbows, the 4th degree burns, so down to bone, and my hand is still sensitive after all these years. So other than that.
Do you mind me asking how did it happen?
A barbecue wasn't starting, and I was supposed to be in the kitchen with my sister coloring, and I went out to ask my mom a question, and she pulled it between the garage and the fence, and apparently it just went up. So as it went by her and hit the garage and came back, it just engulfed me. So my dad was quick thinking and rolled me in an oilcloth, tablecloth, and put it out. So I remember all the horrors. The worst thing about being 4 and not knowing what was going on was when whoever arrived to take me to the hospital, they took me into my sister's room, of all things, and then there was somebody, you know, some guy cutting my clothes off. And I was just freaky at 4 to think that my clothes were being cut off. And I remember being at a hospital in the Bay Area where whole building was green inside, but they had the chicken wire for glass to look out and stuff. And I remember looking down and thinking, why my parents were over there, why weren't they with me? And I remember yelling, and they were there. And my mom said that I couldn't yell. And they transferred me to a different hospital where they just said, you know, you might as well come in and say goodbye. So they didn't give me much hope. But apparently we are survivors.
Here we
Right.
are.
Yes. Yeah, so 55 years later, and it gets better every year. So,
Do you have any kind of PTSD or traumatic? Anything?
just from my children. And that's another thing. They told me I couldn't get pregnant.
Mhm.
I had 3 children. So, you know, just let them never say never.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I have a question for both of you. As we get older, fantastic phrase from all the MDs is, oh, that ache and pain, it's rheumatoid arthritis, it's arthritis. It's like, do you guys see anything like that happening with inflammation or anything like that?
Yeah, and I always wonder, you know, is it normal or is it because I'm burned? You know, is it because of the scars or is it, you know, and some things I know, like I have a Dupuytren, I think it's called, contracture. So, you know, you wonder, well, somebody told me it was because of the scars, but then I found out it runs in my family. So you don't know what's actually, you know,
Mhm.
yeah.
And unfortunately, and you 3 can tell me if y'all have experienced it as well. I had issues where I had something that was non-burn related, and you know, an injury, or I thought I had appendicitis one time, and I did end up with pancreatitis at one time. And I would go into an emergency room, and the doctor would be like, "It's your burns. Go see your burn doctor." You know, they are kind of scared. They don't want to. And then I'd go see my burn doctor, and he'd be like, "It's pancreatitis. Why are you here? You know, go to the emergency room." So I don't know if y'all. It's almost like a discrimination.
Yeah, I used to take my first husband to the hospital when he would be really, really sick, and the first thing they would do is look at me and no.
Yep.
Fine.
Yep.
Fine.
That's all. I had that one. All right. Any more questions for Donna? Okay, it's good. Okay.